look at the squad that we've put together here today. Traeger's here, Shefty is here, this squad is here, and we are ready to roll through what was an absolutely dominating performance by what might have been an all-time great defense last night. Super Bowl 60, Santa Clara, Sam Darnold and the Seahawks, Drake May and the Patriots. First quarter, Dan, it starts quickly. Here comes the blitz.
Yeah, obvious passing situations. This was the story of the game. Seattle sends double-edged pressure. Witherspoon makes the right tackle. Moses miss, and this was the precursor for what the afternoon was going to look like.
Second quarter, the Seahawks offense started slowly, but Kenneth Walker got it going.
Yeah, early in the game, he kept getting the edge. You know, the problem with this defense, and then later in the game, he started to show patience, but Kenneth Walker was the only reason why this offense was moving.
Kenneth Walker was spectacular. Here's more from him, a 29-yard gain, leading to a second field goal and a 6-0 lead.
It's the patience and explosion for a player like that, setting up those blocks himself and then exploding through the hole.
Meanwhile, Rex, this Seattle defense just dominating Drake May.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes when you hit the quarterback, the entire team feels it.
Watch it here. The offensive line just cannot hold up. Jared Wilson getting driven back into the quarterback. 9-0 at halftime. Not a whole lot of offense. You can see the Patriots trying to find answers. Jackson Smith and Jigba, Dan, sort of a quiet day, but here he is for 16 yards in the third quarter.
I liked how they started this second half. They spread New England out defensively. There's the slant, and there was a lot of rhythm in this offense to start that second half. Sam Darnold drops back. He sets the screen backside to Walker, leaves the defense to the top of the screen. Back-to-back explosive plays.
Walker 135 rushing yards, so it's 12-0. So, Teddy, it's a game still late in the third quarter, and then it isn't as the pressure continues to get to May.
It just started to wear them down. I mean, the entire offensive line of the New England Patriots. Once this turnover really turned the game to where you thought that the Patriots didn't have a chance.
Fourth quarter, this is where that goes. You know, the quick turnover always leads to the sudden strike. A.J. Barner.
Yeah, they motion Barner over, play fake. New England's defense selling out to stop the run. Watch him go in between the tackle and the tight end. Those linebackers are downhill. Sail route, corner over the top. This was really a nail in the coffin.
19-0. Rex is proud because he picked him as his touchdown scorer. Now, Patriots, they pick up the tempo. They need to get something going, and they do. There's Mac Hollins.
Yeah, it's shocking now. It seemed like the Seahawks were a little late to get lined up, but you know, all you have to do is keep them in front, and the game's over.
So it's 19-7. And then, Teddy, something we didn't see maybe enough of was Drake May with his legs.
Yeah, he started to show it here, but right here you're thinking it's a little too late. I mean, this Seattle defense is just being so dominant to this point.
And then, Dan, what happens here?
I think he just floats this football. It's just a tough read, tough throw. This is an example of frustration, just trying to find something positive in a situation where everything was incredibly difficult.
It's a two-score game, and there was still enough time there that didn't really feel like desperation. That one was a terrible mistake. And then putting the exclamation point on the finish of it, Rex, here they come after the quarterback, and they're going the other way.
Absolutely,
Boom.
And it's ball game. As soon as it happened, ball game. And you know who scores in Super Bowls? Great defenses, and bam, here you go, Seattle.
And that is all she wrote. 29-13 is your final. For Drake May, there will be other days. Hopefully there will be many better days. He had a sensational season, but it was a dominating performance. For Mike Vrabel, disappointment. For Mike McDonald, the answer to the prop bet was lemon lime on the Gatorade. The Seahawks win it. Kenneth Walker, we told you about his big game. He is named the Super Bowl MVP as the Seattle Seahawks, for the second time in their franchise history, hoist the Lombardi Trophy. The game got a little loose in the fourth quarter, but do not let that fool you. This was as dominating a defensive performance as we have seen in the Super Bowl in a very long time. Through three quarters, they held the Patriots to 0 points. That had not been done in a Super Bowl in 51 years. The Steelers did it to the Vikings in Super Bowl IX. After the game, all of Seattle's flowers were going to the D.
3 turnovers, 6 sacks. At what point did you know in this game that it was yours?
Early in the first quarter. I think just the style of play we put on display early let us know everything we need to know.
They're the best in the world. Defense wins championships. From the front line to the back line, those guys, man, are special. We're not here without our defense, man. The real dark side get dark, like, for real.
I didn't have my best stuff today, but the team had my back. Our defense, our special teams had our back, and, you know, we just played how we always played, you know, resilient, and, you know, we're came out on top. So it was pretty special.
Sometimes when you hit the quarterback, the entire team feels it. And certainly that's what we felt yesterday. And at no time did you think Seattle was not going to blow this team out. Like, I thought as soon as they scored, then it's going to be an avalanche, and it's exactly what happened. But to me, it was a thing of beauty as a coach and how you attack people. He did a phenomenal job. McDonald did a phenomenal job. And what I mean is, you know the left tackle can't block me. I've been saying it for a month now. Short arm T-Rex guy, no chance. And now,
Will Campbell.
And Will Campbell, by the way, here's how he played. He gave up 12 pressures, 4 incompletions were directly to him, 2 interceptions and 2 sacks. Eventually, you got to move him back to center or something. But either way, they attacked it because they know the protection, all the help is going to go away from it. So when they blitzed, what they do, they overload away from them, and they're able to get home with the blitz. So it's perfect design. It was great execution by the players and great design by the coaches.
Yeah, the 2 rookies on the left side. On Derek Hall's first sack, I mean, he beats Will Campbell. Jared Wilson tries to come help and chip him. He still can't get it done, still gets the sack. Riley Mills, the rookie for the Seahawks, he ends up getting a sack on the rookie. The left side finally came and showed the weakness that it was for the New England Patriots. But these are 2 rookies. They're trying to hold on. This is another defense back to back to back that they're going up against. All for Seattle. Yeah. Witherspoon had 6 rushes. Woo! He had 4 pressures, and he had a sack. I mean, the timely blitzes that McDonald had, this defense was incredible. 3 quarters of shutout football. It's one of the best performances I've seen defensively in the Super Bowl.
It was a domino effect. So when Will was unable to get the block, they would put someone over there to help and also slide the line that way, and they would blitz the other side. So they would end up with fewer receivers in the route and still get their quarterback under pressure. It was insane. And on the secondary, what they did was incredible. They don't play base. So essentially, they've made Nick Eamon-Warrior, who's a safety, they've made him a linebacker. And then when they go to nickel situations, they go to dime, and they have 6 DBs out there who all can hit, run, cover, and tackle.
So, Dan, we can sit here all morning long and talk about how great the defense was. Everyone saw it. Dan, you did the game for international television last night, so you obviously on top of it, but you weren't with us watching. And so while we were all watching the game together, I kept saying, what can they do to change it? What can the Patriots do? They had no answers. Was there anything that you could see that they could have tried that they did not? They clearly just had no
shot.
answers.
New England didn't belong in the same field as Seattle defensively. This was, if you didn't see this coming, you haven't watched this defense in Seattle play. And the way, it's the people that they have to create those one-on-ones in the multitude. So first of all, Leonard Williams is on the inside here. This is going to be the first Hall sack. Who are you going to double team? Okay, Hall or Leonard Williams? Well, Leonard Williams gets the double team. That's why Derek Hall is one-on-one with Will Campbell. Also, is anybody open for the quarterback to throw the football to? This is what Nick was talking about when it comes to 7 guys in coverage, only 3 as a pass catch offense. The second thing is we call these Sam Will, so double edges. Eamon-Warrior at the bottom, here comes Witherspoon at top. You have to send people to the bottom of the screen, but they drop out the backside linebacker. Now Witherspoon gets on the right tackle. Athletically in space, that's just an advantage to the defense, but mathematically, the Patriots are doing the right thing. Once again, is anybody available for the quarterback to throw the football to? No. Now this is called zero pop-out. You have 7 guys at the line of scrimmage. This is all-out pressure that everyone talks about, but you get the double pressures, but then 2 people from the inside drop out. The offensive linemen are left blocking nobody, and then Witherspoon becomes unblocked. So this wasn't just Seattle just going, okay, like let's line up and hopefully our guys win. It was a strategic and a schematic masterpiece of here comes this pressure, here comes this pressure, here comes this pressure, and it just creates one-on-ones, and New England just had no chance to block those guys.
And those were well-timed. Yeah. Those were well-timed, but basically also when there's just 4 that can get there, that's what's happening also. DeMarcus Lawrence having a great
But you have to send bodies to those guys, right? Yeah. DeMarcus Lawrence, Leonard Williams, I have to double team them.
But that wasn't all day. I mean, this is they sent Spoon. I mean, like I just said, 4 pressures on 6 rushes. I mean, they were timed so well that mostly you're staying deep. New England could not run the football when it was too high deep too. That's how you get Seattle out of all of this. They couldn't run the football.
Well, as a play caller on defense for 100 years, all right, when are those pressures showing up? They're showing up when you can't stay ahead of the sticks.
Correct.
That's the game right there. Slam dunk. You had no chance. I can attack that pressure right there. When you got a real play caller on the other side, they know your weaknesses. This guy can't block you one-on-one, either one, the left tackle or the left guard. That opens up a whole can of worms. You outnumber them.
Yeah.
You see some of those things. It's just, this is first-day install of pressures.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. But it shows they got no chance.
And I think
no
the point
chance.
you were making is a good one, Teddy, in that there was often times where it's just 4 coming because it felt like they were blitzing a lot more often. I only saw 8 blitzes in that game against passing plays, but they were getting so much pressure. They were doing the simulated pressures. They were doing the overloads. But this is where I get back to the versatility of their secondary. It's like you normally have a team, you're like, all right, that's the safety that blitzes really well. So we know no matter what disguise you do, we know this side is where the blitz is coming from. They had it coming from both sides with Witherspoon and Eamon Wari. They would send love either side, and it was hard to tell because sometimes they would blitz and they played a heavy amount of zone off of that so that they did not telegraph when the blitz was. It was a really hard assignment for a young quarterback, and his coach, he didn't help him. He did not help him.
Yeah.
He did not help. We've been praising him all day.
I'm with you, but I just don't think there was a ton for Josh McDaniels to do. 5 negative plays in the first. I mean, the second series, they run the ball on second down with a draw, which is a good play call. It's negative 4 yards. All of a sudden, you're 3rd and 14. There was nothing New England offensively could do.
You try things. I think they went to the 6th lineman one time, and it worked. They never came back to it. You could also go empty to force them to telegraph where they're coming from. There are things that you can try.
They did
I
empty.
think the frustrating part to me was it didn't feel like they were trying. It felt like all playoffs long, honestly, they were being incredibly conservative offensively.
Game plan, here's the two. They were waiting for Sam to make the mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, because
But why wouldn't you, right?
Right. So so how did they get points? How did they get all those field goals in the first half? Okay, it was a complimentary football masterpiece. Okay, because the defense didn't force any turnovers the first half, right? But still, the kickers were playing incredibly. The punter, when the Seattle had a punt, they were inside the 5.